Good morning, everybody, and Happy New Year. What's going on? So, I guess we're going to go through a review of the year. And if anybody wants to join, I have the link in the comments now. I see Eddie. Welcome in, Eddie. Welcome in, Cruise Nuts. Welcome in, Danny D. And the wife is not going to make it in today. She is feeling sick, and she had to work till after 1 o'clock this morning. So by the time we went to bed, it was like after 2, and she's just not feeling good. So I hope everybody's having a good day. I know it's an early morning for some people that stayed up after 10, after midnight. Yeah, 10. Um, there was, I went to my brother's house. We had a party, and a couple people played some drinking games that got them into going to bed at about 10:30 last night. So they didn't even make the new year. So, like I said, link is in the thing if you want to join. As far as for 2022 in review, I've seen a lot of people in the Raid Parade did some videos of the review of what they had going on for the year. I wish I would have did that. Not to say that I won't still do one. I just want to do it within the next week or so, so it's still relevant. But just to go over it, we first trip we did in 2022 was Wonder of the Seas. We were actually able to go on the third sailing of Wonder of the Seas. We got a really good discount on that. And ship still wasn't 100% ready. Some of the props and stuff for the ice show wasn't ready. They were doing some testing on a lot of stuff, but we still had a lot of fun. And Wonder of the Seas is still our favorite ship now. Paul Vines, thanks for coming in. So that was the first trip. The excuse me, is that a Fort Lauderdale we sailed out of? And then we went to Roatan, Costa Maya, Cozumel, and then Coco Cay on that one. Then the next trip we did was in June. We went on Oasis of the Seas out of Port Canaveral, and we went to, it was out of Cape Liberty, New Jersey, and we stopped at Port Canaveral, Nassau, and Coco Cay. I really wish they would offer more traveling opportunities out of Cape Liberty that did not stop at Port Canaveral, but because that's the only downside of the whole thing. We didn't even get off the ship, and like I would say, pretty close to 50% of the ship didn't get off at Port Canaveral, if not more. And then our third trip of the year, which was actually my trip. Normally, every year we do a trip to Las Vegas where we go out for 10 to 12 days. And I'll go out with some buddies. It was normally about 12 guys. And we do a 5 or 6 day guys trip. And then my wife would fly out when they're flying home. And I do 5 or 6 days with my wife. And we'd hit all the shows and do all the different things like that. See somebody else. Shansters Travels. Thanks for coming in.
Before you went to Vegas, we went on June. June, Oasis.
You already did it. Then after the Vegas trip, that was in mid-September. In October, we did Adventure of the Seas, and that was a 9-day North Atlantic trip where we stopped at Boston, Bar Harbor, Portland, Maine, Halifax, Nova Scotia, St. John's Bay, New Brunswick, Canada. and that was a pretty cool trip. It was a little on the chilly side, but we enjoyed it a lot. That was the first time for me for going to Canada and actually Maine, so got to see a lot of different things that I normally don't. And I really liked Halifax. If you ever get a chance to go up there, Halifax, Nova Scotia has a lot of cool history to it. I got a video on there on that. It's 150 people from Titanic. Was that what it was? 150 people from Titanic are buried there. And then there's memorabilia there in the Maritime Museum. And what else is there? There's the like a what they call the garden. There's a Queen's Garden up there that's like a we didn't get to go to it, so
That's the one we drove through, right?
we drove around it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We wanted to go to it, but we were running out of time. We wanted to go to the Titanic burial site, and we wanted to go to the Maritime Museum, and we had a couple other ones, and the there was a couple ships in town, and the trolley service, I guess, were shutting down for the year because we were on one of the last northern cruises for the year, and they were having issues with the trolley services getting backed up. It was getting crazy. So the one side, the actual burial site, we waited for the trolley. Normally, it's supposed to be every like 15 minutes. And the trolley took, I think, 45 minutes to an hour of us standing out there before we finally got on one. So let's check the chat. Looks like everybody's saying hi to each other. Eddie's saying they have to hit another U.S. port before going on the open seas. Thank you, Eddie. That's on your bucket list. Is that the Northern Atlantic that you're talking about, Chancer? Like I said, it was a good trip. And if you catch it early, it's pretty cheap. We went out of Cape of Liberty. I don't know why I keep forgetting Cape Liberty. And like I said, it was a 9-day trip. And if we actually sailed when we were supposed to the first time, my wife ended up catching COVID, so we missed our first trip. But if we would have sailed on the first one, our room for an inside was only $1,068 or something for 9 days. So you can't really beat that. It's almost that much money to buy food to go out if you were to go out to dinner for 9 days. Excuse me. Eddie's saying we've been to Toronto, not the East Coast yet. Our cruise was canceled during the pandemic. Yep. A lot of that happening. The wife is saying Bar Harbor was her favorite, which that's Bar Harbor was very nice. From what I'm hearing, they're not going to be doing cruises anymore, though. So I'm not sure 100% when that's supposed to stop. Hey, James, thanks for coming in. Happy New Year to you as well. Halifax, I'm obsessed with Titanic. Yeah, it had a lot of information on Titanic, and the history of Halifax was also very. I had no idea anything about Halifax before I got there, and to find the history out about the ship crash there that it essentially wiped out most of the area. The explosion from the ship that was carrying I'm forgetting now. don't know if it was just gunpowder or what it was, but it had explosives on it. And another medical ship hit it, and it blew up, and it blew up most of the town. So if you watch my video on that, it I showed a lot of scenes. I mean, pieces of steel, like 2 foot thick, that it just blew apart, and it was crazy. My bucket list: Pride and cruise to Alaska. Excuse me. Wife, Titanic was very popular topic there. Yeah. Yep, that is cheap. Like I said, just catch it. I think I did it like a year ahead of time. Now it may have been because they were still had restrictions on the Canada cruises that you had to have a COVID test in order to go. But now that all that stuff's gone, so I'm not sure if you're going to catch that good of a deal now, especially with the inflation. But it's still, I think I checked some prices. It still wasn't bad. There's an 11-day that goes to Canada actually next year that was pretty cheap too. But it's actually you can catch it, do back to back for 22 days. It's 11 days up and 11 days back, and it doesn't it just goes straight up there. It was like it's kind of like a transatlantic thing, but where it starts in one port and stops on the other, but it actually leaves that same port that same day and comes back down. But it's 11 days up and 11 days back. I was looking at that for maybe possibly another year. What we got going on? Paul saying hi to everybody. Everybody saying hi.
What'd you have vacations this year?
Oh, thanks for sharing that out. What was that?
Yeah.
As far as vacations for the year, yes. I haven't gotten to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it was a total of 5 vacations I took this year. So after the Adventures of the Seas, the Northern Atlantic, then me and the whole family went to Disney for 9 days. 10 days in November, from November 9th to the 19th. And we hit all 4 Disney World parks down there. And I got different videos coming out for that. A lot of them are out. We really enjoy going to theme parks. That's one of our big things. The kids love roller coasters, and I like them, but my back don't like them. So I'm kind of on the fence on the roller coasters. Morning, Bruce. Thanks for coming in. Still working on her, Bruce. It's not all hope is lost on the booze cruise. And Chancer, that's another one too. If I know you're new to this community, there's a booze cruise going out of New Orleans next year. That Ocean to Ocean Travel is a travel agent, and he's booking people for that cruise. And a lot of people in this cruise community are going on it. So if you are thinking about doing a cruise, that maybe meeting up with some of these people that you've been watching here in the last few weeks, that'd be an opportunity. It's October 29th, I believe, out of New Orleans, and I can't remember the ports. I've looked at so many cruises over the last week trying to figure out what I want to do for that, and also trying to figure out whether I'm going to do one for my daughter's graduation in 24. 24 is really the first thing I'm really going to be able to do anything without maybe sneaking on one without the wife. And I'm not sure how she's going to go for that one. I really want to do the booze cruise. I am really trying to talk her into it. If she doesn't go, I would really like to go. I'm going to Rome for a few weeks in October. Yeah, I'm in the same. So we're in the same boat. So every November we always take a trip, big family trip to either. Well, it's normally down to Disney, and we'll either do Disney parks or Universal parks. And this year we decided not to go to Disney or Universal. We're going to Tennessee, which our room we'll be able to book in about 3 weeks. So as soon as we get that room booked, then I'll know exactly dates and everything, and I'll know for sure how far of a span in between it is. But it's a matter of knowing whether or not Wyndham. I have a Wyndham timeshare, so we're staying at it's called Great Smokies Lodge, and if you, I have videos of that as well. If you're into Great Smokies area, that's an awesome resort, and a lot of stuff to do there at the resort, and there's a lot of stuff to do in Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and Sevierville. Let's see what we got going on.
You see what I said?
What did you say? Did you do it just now?
Oh,
Our kids love them. They usually hang out, hang back, and hold cell phones and hats. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about roller coasters. That's your last post? Because that's the only thing I've seen so far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got you. Don't mind me. I'm talking to the wife. She's over there. She doesn't want to be on camera. She's not feeling good. For those who have just joined.
You might have to sneak out to Tennessee first week of October.
The Branson meetup will be in the first week of October, full week of creators in Tennessee. Yeah, that's the wife was just saying maybe we might have to sneak out there for that. I don't know how the hell we'd do that one, but maybe.
Won't be for the whole week before we go.
If is it a whole week, a whole weekend? What do they normally do on that, Eddie? I haven't really looked into it all that much. I've seen videos from like I think Blaine from Rayleigh Creative Travel. It's going to be a lot of fun. October 29th to November 5th. That's what I thought it was, but just want to make sure. You talking to the boss, Mike? Yep, the boss. Mm-hmm. Eddie's going to try to make it too. So if Eddie makes it, then I can make it. Either that or me and Eddie but have to share a room. And folk will have to stay home.
What? Churn butter and knit.
Yeah. Excuse me, sorry. That was probably very loud. My throat is very dry.
I'm going to Helen in March.
What's happening in Helen in March? Is that just another meetup? Actually, I think it is because I think I've seen something on one of the channels. Scared much, Mike? What are you talking about? You crazy? Okay, so October 1st to the 8th in Gatlinburg. Yep. October 1st is our anniversary. So I guess that could be a anniversary trip. Have to look at it, see what's going on. Yeah. We'd only be able to do the weekend.
October 1st is on a Sunday this year.
Germantown, March 10th to the 12th, Helen, Georgia. Okay. And is that a bunch of people coming on that one, Eddie? Is that what the deal is? Like I said, I think I heard somebody talking about it, but I can't really remember whether it was just you or whether it was somebody else. Use guys. Okay. That's Helena's Magnificent Germany with Darian and Really Creative Travel Meetup. How far is Helen from Savannah? If anybody knows offhand. We normally stop at Savannah on the way down. Went last year, was amazing. Sounds like it'd be a bunch of fun. One of the days I'm gonna quit the but it's gonna be a little while. It's gonna take a little bit of this live streaming to talking to people enough to where I will cut the out. I know I'm saying it a lot. Hour and a half from Atlanta. Unfortunately, Paul, I've never been to Atlanta. Eddie said 2.5 hours from Savannah. Okay. Northeastern part of Georgia. Okay. Two hours from Atlanta. Yep. So, excuse me. I think it takes me about 10 hours. I think 10 hours to get to Savannah because fairly certain when I get up in the morning, we normally stop in Savannah and then when we get up the next morning to go the rest of the way to Orlando, it's like 3.5 hours. It takes me about 13.5 hours to get to Orlando. Could be a hair more or a hair less. I'd say within a half hour of 10 hours. Like I said, if anybody wants to come up, I'll copy the link again. Okay. It's about 5 hours. Helen is north but inland. Wonder how they'd have us. Oh, here comes Eddie. Eddie's in the basement. What's going on?
I just did the maps, and it's 4:59, so it's almost 5 hours from Helen straight down to Savannah. But the thing is that you have to come down to Atlanta and then cross to those country roads, so that takes a little longer.
I got you.
Good morning.
Morning.
Happy New Year, Mr. Mike. Ricky.
Yep, you too.
Mr. Paul, you're in charge of the chat. Well, I'm over here chatting with the man. With the second lieutenant, is the boss. It's on the side, supervising.
Yeah. So, Paul, I am in Maryland, in southern Maryland. The closest major thing that some people know is Solomon's Island, Maryland. I am from. I know you're a truck driver, so if you've went over up 301 at all, see, I'm not sure exactly where you are.
So
But-
all the BMI, the airport and stuff.
Yeah, well, BWI, I'm about an hour and 10 minutes away.
Southeast or what?
I'm southeast of, actually, it's kind of south of
So you're-
BWI.
So you're closer to the I-95.
Kind of.
Right.
I'm eastern of 95. So I was saying that Paul does 301 a lot. 301 is a major roadway for as far as truckers and stuff goes.
Yeah,
Um,
you're right.
Then for me to get to 301 bridge, which is Harry Nice Bridge, it takes me about an hour. But to get to 301 in certain sections like Waldorf and stuff like that, it's only about 40 minutes, 30 minutes.
Yeah. My son lives half hour south of BMI.
Okay.
Yeah. Alice says, good morning.
Cut down from Charlotte to northeast Georgia and go north to St. Helen. Yeah, I knew there had to have been some way for me to like cut across instead of coming down and then coming back up.
Mhm.
But
There's ways, you know?
Yep.
Not everything shows, but there's ways.
that's like Tennessee has me go down 81. I go out to 66 and then in Virginia and then head down 81. 81 takes you almost all the way there.
Yeah.
So what all did you do? You did your epic battleship battle last night,
Oh, yeah.
and I heard you tell somebody that your wife won.
Yes. She
Wife kicked your butt.
she beat me, whooped the floor with me, hit me, picked me up, threw me up on the roof. She was celebrating big time. Hurt me, broke my my spirit.
Yep. Yeah,
Oh, we had a great time. A few people showed up, and we had a good time in the chat. First game was too fast, so I said, "Well, let's make it interesting. Let's play one more." And we play one more, and then we end up even. So I said, "Well, we had to break another one, you know, to break the tie." And New Year's hit, and we just kept going. And then before you know it, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and we say good night to everybody. Then I went over to Z. Z was still on another live.
Yeah, I seen that
with,
last night. I think that's where I seen that you would that she had beat you. Because
Yeah,
I was trying to, when I got home last night, I was trying to see if I could join anybody that may have been still on, but I didn't get on. I didn't get home till like 1:30 or something like that.
I think by
the
then
time I
we
got
were
on,
already,
everybody had been off.
yeah, 1 o'clock. Z says, "Oh, I'm too tired. I think it's time for me to go to bed." I say, "No, shush." He doesn't seem like he sleeps at all. I kept asking him, "When did you sleep?"
he does a live. He does a live like every 2 hours.
Yeah. Like, when do you sleep? And he says, "Oh, I sleep during the afternoons." So 1 o'clock, that was it. We did our thing, and C did his thing, and then Mike says, "Oh, I'm gonna Mike bet B from Cruise Bet.
Yeah, cruise.
Says, I'm gonna watch Twilight Zone right now." So I don't know to what time he stayed up. So, but I mean, as soon as we got out of there, shower and bed, gone till like 9:30. I woke up this morning, so it was a nice rest.
I woke up at like 9, freaking out that I slept through because it was bright. It was bright outside compared to what it was yesterday, and I was like, "Crap, got the live," so I got to hurry up, take a shower, and get ready.
Yeah.
But yeah, the wife didn't get home till I don't know, 2:30. Is that what it was? Okay. She didn't get home till 2:30.
Wow.
So I waited for her and went to bed at 2:30. Now my family, hold on a second. Griswold family.
Danny, Happy New Year, Danny.
Yeah, getting ready for mass. So we ended up doing. My family was crazy. So we started the party at 5 o'clock.
You mean was?
Well, yeah. They started the party at 5 o'clock. So, and they were doing drinking games.
Oh,
So
I remember those days.
how are you gonna last from 5 to midnight
Nope.
on doing drinking games?
By 7
So
p.m. Forget it.
yeah, one section of my family ended up having to leave at 10:30. The he was the my niece's boyfriend was done. He was not having anything. He wanted to go home right away. He was out in the yard, not having a good time.
Making holes on the ground,
Yep. So
playing tic tac toe.
I drank a little bit, but I drank Boone's Farm, the exotic wine.
No, sorry.
Nothing to it. Boone's Farm has like 0% alcohol level to it. So they're all drinking hard stuff and I'm drinking Boone's Farm. So they're like, why aren't you getting drunk? I'm like, well, there might be something to it.
I'm just sipping it here. My days used to be either rum, Bacardi Limon, or Don Q, Finlandia vodka, or Captain Morgan.
Mm.
And I don't miss any of that.
Paul,
It's
I think I had some Strawberry Hill and it was nasty. I bought Strawberry Hill and I bought some, I think it was like a mixed berry thing. And I think we had 5 bottles of mixed berry and 1 bottle of Strawberry Hill. And the mixed berry was fine. The Strawberry Hill I didn't like it too much.
So you were having hey, good morning, Cheryl.
Welcome in. Cruising
Happy
is
New Year.
fun anytime. Thanks for in. And Happy New Year.
Good morning to Jeremy also. We talked to Jeremy last
I
night.
seen Jeremy on there last night too, on the Z's live show.
Yeah, he came out to check out the fireworks and say hello to us for about 10, 15 minutes, and then that was it. Fuzzy Navel. Ugh. Sweet stuff.
Yeah, I don't even know what's the Fuzzy Navel, so I couldn't even tell you.
Schnapps, isn't it?
Schnapps. The wife is saying schnapps.
Yeah. I never
don't
really
know.
cared too much for those sweet drinks.
Yeah. I never.
I used to drink Barley St. James just to get warmed up to wherever I was going, and then bring out the rum or the Finlandia and then forget it. From there on, it was the heavy stuff.
See, I don't drink at all. So when I drink, like if I want to drink something to where I can actually drink it, then I'm drinking like strawberry daiquiris, or I'm drinking mudslides, something like that.
Yeah.
But if I'm drinking to get drunk, then I'm doing shots, and I'm doing like shots of Fireball and shots of stuff like that. I got Z's bottle next to me.
Wait, if any drink we do is he went live 5 times. Yes, I believe it.
Yeah, like I said, it's about every 2 hours.
Whatchamacallit, if we are in the mood for a drink, we just do a virgin pina colada. That's about it.
That's right, Paul. Now that you say it, I have had the Fuzzy Navel Boone's Farm before. So I used to do a lot of camping when I was younger with my family because I had a pool behind camper, and we'd always buy bottles of Boone's Farm, and then at night when we're sitting around the campfire, we just pass the bottle around and down bottles of Boone's Farm.
Yeah. We used to do that with the Captain Morgan.
What is a Colorado Bulldog?
Julio Blanco straight.
I don't know. That sounds like tequila. Big time.
Oh, Don Julio.
Yo, Dawn. The Dawn.
Bulldog.
Yep. I'm with you on that one. The frozen drinks. Even on the cruise ships now, I'll get that refreshment package and I'll do the virgin frozen drinks.
Yeah.
Except on the Oasis.
Yeah, I didn't do it on Oasis. I love Slaughter Colorado Bulldog, which is White Russian with a splash of cola. Never done that one before. My drink of choice is JD. I'm thinking of Jack Daniels.
Wow. Okay, Shannon.
Yeah, y'all are stronger than I am. I'm a sissy.
You're gonna go grow hair in your chest. Wow. I never really. I tried it. I tried whiskey and stuff like that once, and no, I stuck to a rum.
Yep.
Main thing in Puerto Rico is rum.
So one thing we got going on is 28 days until
That's right.
the Vloggers Cruise. 28 days.
Sugars.
So,
Interesting.
yep, I can't wait for that one.
It's getting closer.
Chilled.
Hey, have it your way. I don't.
I don't care how it is. I'm not drinking any Jack Daniels.
No,
They were drinking.
no.
So my mom's 70. Okay,
74.
74.
Something like that.
And she's just doing shots of Crown Peach all night.
mean,
Like
showing you off.
even the kid that I say kid, but he's 20 something.
Not a kid.
Yeah, a kid to me.
Yeah.
He's like I said, that's my niece's boyfriend. He couldn't hang with my wife, with my mom.
Yeah.
My mom was doing shots of peach all night long, and she started that at 5. And she started everybody trying to get everybody to do shots of peach at 5.
She wanted to make it an early night.
Don't want hair on the chest, she said. I wouldn't think so. Yeah.
It's the saying, it doesn't happen.
Yeah. So what else you got this year? Eddie?
We got Bloggers so far, then
Yep.
Helen. Working on a few other things, and hopefully we could make one of those weekends in October. And then September is her birthday, and our anniversary is in June. So, but
My
so
birthday's
far
in
it's just
September as well.
Bloggers and Helen. That's what we got so far. I know something else will come up, eventually. We just gotta little by little. I do have surgery on my right leg on Tuesday, 2 days from now. Then I have to do a whole bunch of therapies and go get the pacemaker checked out and all that. On the 25th, my birthday's on the 20th. I turn 58. Then whatchamacallit? Then the bloggers.
Yep.
And once we get back from the cruise, I gotta go do more therapy, and hopefully we'll be clear for a while. So
Yep.
I gotta work on this, unfortunately, but
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. Like I said, I started doing keto stuff.
love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
She's going to her sister showed up. They're going to church.
Gotcha. Shansters. So Vloggers Cruise is the 29th, and
29th
it is
of
on
this month.
Norwegian Breakaway.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be my first time on a Norwegian cruise, so
Yes.
I'll get to see how that is. And it's out of New Orleans, and the cruise ports, is it just the same? Roatan, Costamare, and Cozumel? Eddie?
Yes.
You know more than I do.
Four,
I,
yeah.
I sign up at the last minute.
Yeah. Costa Maya, Cozumel, Roatan, and Belize. Hello. Good morning. That's what, Happy New Year to you too. That's what we're doing. I think it's we hit Costa Maya, Honduras, and all that, and then on the way back, Cozumel, and then back to New Orleans.
So we're hitting their private island, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, so I'll at least get to see that, see how that is.
Yes. Definitely.
So what else was it? The so in Cozumel, we rented the whole the Vloggers Cruise rented the Paradise Beach or whatever it's called.
Something like that.
So-
But we're not doing any excursions at all.
I did just the ones that they had on that the Facebook page.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the Paradise Beach because it wasn't bad. It was like $50 for all you can eat and drink all day
Yeah.
on the island, on the at the beach. And then I am doing the. Oh, here comes Bruce. Let me get Bruce in here. Good to go, right, Bruce?
Mr. Bruce, how you doing?
I am doing good. How are you guys doing? I had to take a break. I've been editing videos to try and get uploaded, and I'm seeing double, so I had to get away from my editing for a while.
Yeah,
I
haven't seen you since last year. How you been?
I know. Man? It's been a year since I've seen you. What's up? So, how's your 2023 starting out so far?
Here talking to this guy, keeping him away from trouble since the wife is supervising him, and he just blathering away.
Well,
so
the wife said this, but I don't think that's the case.
Probably if he gets out of hand, Ricky can just kind of bam.
That's what he's afraid of. You see him, and he's scared though. He's sitting there, but he keeps covering his face with the hand, so it's coming. All she has to do is reach over and whammo.
She's a little further than that.
Oh, that's see, you just jinx yourself.
Oh.
She likes to throw comments out like this. That's Mike's only solo cruise of the year. So
hey.
I guess I'm gonna have to take like a blow up doll on the
didn't sound right.
booze cruise or something.
Yeah, the booze cruise is. I booked four different people on it this last week. It's getting pretty crazy.
Yep.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. So, Mike, Ricky, gotta try and go.
It's a smaller ship and it's a good price too.
Trust me, Bruce. It's not me holding anything up. Because
I know you guys.
I said, I'm a union electrician. I can take time off anytime I want to.
I understand. You guys got stuff going on, so family comes first and all that kind of stuff. So, but it's gonna be a blast.
Somebody's got to work around here.
Exactly, honey. She said somebody's got to work around here, and I am totally not against the woman working and me going on a cruise. I'm totally not against it. I'm for it.
Oh my Lord!
I am totally for women's rights.
Keep digging that grave, bro.
You are so lucky my wife's not here right now.
And me too. I'm glad my wife just left. Otherwise, she'd be on you right now. You have no idea how lucky you are just now.
If I had made that comment, not only would I not be on live right now, I would be asleep right now.
Wow. Alice would have come over and blocked the camera, and all you hear is what you said.
You hear that? And then you hear.
You already beat me last night. This morning you already got.
Hey, that was a lot of fun, Eddie.
She pulled that off big time last night. That second game, she almost got me too. I got lucky at the last minute. But then on the third game, bam! She pulled a fast one on me and got me.
Yeah, I was waiting to get into that thing because see, like Journeys did a pop-up live, and next thing I look at it, I'm like, oh my goodness! I told Eddie I was going to be part of his thing, and so I got the last part of it. I saw her kick your butt at the end. So
I seen so many pop-ups last night, and unfortunately, I was, like I said, I had the whole family going, so there was no way I was getting on anything. Plus, they had an extremely terrible internet over there, so there was no way I was getting on anything.
Oh man! Oh well.
The wife says, "There's that equal opportunity mentality I've been looking for my whole life." See, she's all into it.
Yeah.
She's back in what we're saying, not what you're saying. You just keep digging your your grave.
Just wait till the camera's
I'm
Somebody's still drinking from last night. Come on, Bruce. Let her rip. There you go.
Chris Mike said, my wife would not let me take.
That choked me up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
My wife wouldn't like taking me taking a cruise without her. Yeah, I can understand that.
Me too.
I mean, I'm giving her all the chance. I'm not telling her she can't go on the cruise. So, Chancer's travels. Nothing wrong with that. My husband stays home all the time. See?
Now, see,
Oh, so maybe she's saying that you should stay home and work, and Ricky should go on the cruise.
I
yeah.
don't think that's the way it was supposed to be.
That's what I heard.
That's what I.
Let's not encourage him. He's trying to stay hard. He's trying very hard to stay
Okay.
home.
So Ricky's gonna make the bloggers, and you're staying home.
No. Not quite understand. She's saying that I'm trying to retire.
Oh, okay.
So the month is down. So I'm down to 143 months left to retirement.
Oh, that's
Yep.
a long way to go. Still,
Thanks, Eddie.
well,
It was sounding good to me. 143 is not that big of a number.
I don't know.
Now
but
that you add that, thanks a lot.
that's,
Eddie.
we're talking a few years.
Oh,
I'm happily retired, so
11 and 11 months.
wow, I've been retired 3 years already. Holy mama. I'm already
years.
digging my grave too, so well,
As long
mine
as you
is
keep it
because of
active.
disability.
That's the main thing. Is with doing the YouTube channel, you're at least keeping active and keeping doing something.
Oh yeah.
So
definitely.
you just don't want to retire and just sit there and watch TV all day or
well,
let your mind go. You just want to
my
just keep active.
my disability was due to I'm retired because of due to disability.
Yeah.
It happened a lot sooner than I expected. So I mean, I'm glad I got approved and everything in the first time. And my plan was to get into painting and start getting a bunch of stuff for it and paints and acrylics, canvases and all that stuff.
You see that?
And then I went over to my nephew's house, and my grandniece says, "So now that you're retired, what are you planning to do?" So I don't know, maybe do some coaching in baseball and to your brother. Like that's what I was doing here in Atlanta, coaching him for baseball. And that's when she got me into this YouTube thing. I never thought of getting to YouTube, and until she got me in it, I was planning to get a website and all that to show the paintings and stuff, and then she got the channel going, and then things just took a detour, and look where I'm at.
Yeah.
Hanging
You're
out with you
doing
guys.
awesome too, Eddie. And I'm gonna talk to you probably through a Zoom or something because I need some stuff done for me for advertisement and everything. We're gonna talk.
Definitely.
So that's all the way painting stuff right back there.
Not all of it.
Well, some of it.
I was gonna say that's not all of
Well,
it.
She does paintings and stuff. That's canvases and a bunch of paints and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And she's got an easel back there that folds up. That's what that brown thing is in the middle.
Me too. In the office, I was hoping to do a studio. Alice got me a brand new desk and everything, and I kind of been leaving it for later. So I'm not supposed to be out here in the living room. I'm supposed to be in the office studio. That's how we had it set up. We do have a loft that I can't really go up there because the stairs are very enclosed and they're not too big, and we don't have a banister up there yet. But I was thinking about doing everything upstairs, but the up and down it's not gonna work for me. So we're just gonna keep the loft as a guest room,
Yeah.
and we do have a third room over by the kitchen that is our also another guest room that we have over there set up with TV and everything over there for whoever stays here. So at least here in Georgia, we have family down here, and they do come over and stay and spend nights and stuff like that. When we lived in Virginia, nobody came to see us there, so that's why we went back to New York.
Sounds like I got a place to stay if I need to come down for Helen.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I booked a hotel in Helen, the Hellendorf. The other night, Blaine was talking about it, and right there, as he's talking about it, so let me go into the. I got into the website, called them up, got me a room. So we'll be there the 10, 11 nights. So we'll be right in the middle of Helen. I
Okay.
mean, for the price I got, $84 a night. I couldn't say no.
You're going on the weekend or what?
Yeah, it is a weekend, 10, 11, and 12.
Okay.
And we could do it on a weekend because Alice is in charge of payroll for
Yeah.
the emergency department at the hospital. So she can't really be taking too much time off. And if we do work something out, it has to be like on a weekend that she's not doing payroll. So
That's what
it's- yeah.
That's what Ricky's saying is maybe we can do a weekend during one of the meetups.
yeah. Well, Helen is 10, 11, 12, March, which is the weekend. And then the meetup in Tennessee now instead of Branson is like you said from the 1st through the 8th. So we might go towards the end to the weekend. Live here. Tennessee is only Gallenberg's like 4 hours away for me. So we could leave on Friday afternoon. Hopefully she could get out of work early, like around 2 o'clock. And then we could take off, go to Cookville in Tennessee, go see her family. She has a sister up there, and we go see them, and then straight to Gallenberg, which is within another half hour drive, and so spend Friday night and Saturday, and that's it. Maybe the 7 and 8 will be in Tennessee. We'll see. It's not a definite yet, but definitely Helen is already definite, and bloggers so far. It's a set thing. Ooh, breakfast. We got three more plates here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Shannon. Let's share the breakfast. What are we having for breakfast?
Yeah, show the culinary expertise
Yeah. Make a video of it.
and hide that DoorDash bag or IHOP or whatever that is. Right? I'm the one who cooks here at home, so
Let's see. What's my wife saying?
What?
It's okay. We made the best of. Oh, so yeah, Paul. The reason why Pride was almost our last trip was the hurricane issue. So the day of our wedding, we get an email saying that the cruise is no longer going south; it's going north. It's going to go to St. John's Bay, New York City, and I think another port. Well, St. John's Bay in Canada. So they, we get on the ship. Well, we had to leave the wedding. Well, not leave the wedding. So the next morning is when we're getting on the ship. So we had to hurry up, rush home, change all the clothes in our suitcase because everything was short sleeves, shorts, and everything else. And we had to change the clothes to cold weather clothes because we're going north in October. And
in October I still wear shorts and a shirt.
yeah, it was cold that year. So we get to New York City, and we get off the ship, and we're rushing because we're told do not be late or else the ship's gonna leave you. And we get back to the ship around 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock. Ship's supposed to leave at 5, I believe. And they come on the announcement that says we're no longer going to Canada. The storm has changed courses. We're just going to we're going to stay here the night, and then we're going back home. We're going to head back towards the bay just in case it gets caught in the storm.
Yeah.
Well, of course, everything changed like within 2 hours. So we could have went back to Canada, but they never changed it after that.
What hurricane was that?
That was Hurricane Matthew.
Wow.
So that was October 1st, 2016 was our wedding. But we made the best of it. The only issue was if we would have known that was going to happen when we were off in New York, we could have went and seen a show or something like that, but we were rushing to come back to the ship because we were worried that we were going to get left.
Yeah.
And then we get back on, and then they say that. So we were like, forget it. We're just staying on the ship because every place we went, we had to get an Uber for, and it was getting kind of expensive going from place to place. We didn't know other places to go, so we just stayed on the ship the next day. And then all we did was circles around in the ocean, circles.
Yeah.
So when you walk past the little cruise mapper, it would show us with these big old circles in the middle of the water on how we were going. So that discouraged us a little bit. The only good thing about the whole thing was, so when they announced that the cruise was no longer going south, they gave everybody a chance to cancel their cruise and get their money back.
Yeah.
Well, we'd never been on a cruise. We said, okay, we're not going to cancel. We want to see how it is at least.
Yeah.
So half the ship was gone after that. Then when we got to New York and they said they're no longer going to Canada, there was a good bit of people on our cruise from New York City. So the people there said, okay, now that we're not going anywhere else, we want to get off the ship here and we can go straight home from here and not have to worry about flights back and forth from Maryland or whatever. We want to just get off the ship now. Well, at first they told the people they weren't allowed to leave the ship. And they said, no, we're leaving. Well, as soon as they said that, somebody called the news reporters and told them that the cruise ship was holding them hostage. And we had the helicopters flying around.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, wow.
And the very next morning, they came over the announcements and said, okay, if you all want to leave today and just stay here, then you go right ahead. So then that was another 50%. So we only had like a quarter capacity on the ship. And we're only in day three of the cruise.
Yeah.
So we had 4 days of the cruise with only like a 0.25% of the ship on board. So we could do whatever we wanted to and didn't have to worry about any kind of weight for anything.
Wow.
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Clock.
Yep, we're getting to the time.
Biscuits, gravy, hash brown, and eggs. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, that does sound good.
Yep.
All right, well, I'm going to hop off here. I just wanted to pop in for a minute and say hey. And
Yep.
everything.
Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely. So you guys have a wonderful day. I got to get back to editing so I can try and get a video uploaded. So
Yeah, I need to do that as well, but
Yeah.
I'm slackering.
All right, Mr. Bruce. Say hello to
all right,
Cindy
we'll talk to
and
you guys later.
enjoy the day.
Yep.
All right.
All right, you too.
I think we're going shopping, take some stuff back that we need to take back and hit the malls. So I appreciate everybody coming in. We got about 2 minutes left, and then I'm going to be getting off and getting ready to go. And the wife going to have to get out of the bed and get ready to go and get her sickness under control.
She feels like it. Otherwise, she's going to smack you around.
What else we got going on in
They'll
the
take
chat?
her out to lunch, man. Nice lunch.
I'm going to take her out to McDonald's. What?
She's not
That
feeling
not-
good, and you're going to take her to that crappy place?
So I'm not sure exactly what she's trying. I think she's trying to tell me I'm number one. I got some sort of hand
okay.
gesture with a one.
Read between the
Yeah.
lines, bro. Read between the lines. What she's telling you.
Oh, man.
She's waving at you with love and thunder. One time I had a
There's my daughter.
slacking.
Mom, why you
Why you
slacking?
slacking?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I had a friend of mine fly from Puerto Rico to stay with us in New York years ago, and then she was saying that the bird, it was a meaning of love, that her mom told her that that meant I love you. So I said to her, go down to the street or to the sidewalk and show love to everybody. See what happens. I say, you're in Brooklyn, New York, baby. You ain't gonna get no love.
No.
Especially showing that. So she's like, is that what it means? I said, yes.
Yeah.
It means something else. It doesn't mean love at all. So don't be doing that. Don't be
That's
saying
funny.
that either.
Just stand down there with both hands, flipping everybody
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
back and forth.
So somebody comes over
I
and
love you. I love you. I love you.
yep,
What is that?
you're gonna get some love back.
Yeah.
On a fest.
Well, okay, everybody. I appreciate everybody coming. Have a happy New Year. Have a good vacation day if you're off. I'm off tomorrow for today, so I'll be trying to hit the morning shows tomorrow morning. If
Yeah.
anybody's got a show, I know I'll check see me.
CLEX at 8 a.m. and
CLEX.
CME at 8:30.
Yep.
Today at 3 is Cruising is Fun Anytime in JNS. They have a live at 2 o'clock Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. Z, of course, is going to show up maybe around 6 or 7. 8 o'clock is the Moonlight Adventures, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And then 9 o'clock, from what I always recall, is Howie Cruise at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I know there's
I'll
more
be able to
shows in
check.
between. I haven't
I'll be able
seen
to
the
catch there
list yet.
tonight.
Yeah, I haven't checked that out yet. So I don't have anything for myself that I know of, unless CLEX Journeys show up later. Also, I might pop in their live if they have one. And my next live is on Thursday afternoon at 12:30. I have the surgery on my right leg on Tuesday, and Alice goes back to work tomorrow morning. So back to
Yep.
normal, you know.
Good luck with the surgery on Tuesday. If I don't
Thank
talk
you.
to you before then, I'm sure I'll catch you in the chats in the next couple of days.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
good luck with that.
Yes, sir.
And I think that's about it. Thanks, everybody, and have a good day.
You too, sir.
See you.
Make you feel better.
Hear that?
Thank you.
She said
Nice
thank you.
cup of coffee and a nice. He's taking you to a nice lunch, not at Mickey D's.
Not at Mickey D's.
Go to